The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Aaron Rodgers did an interview with NBC Sports yesterday and provided an update on his Achilles recovery ahead of the Jets reporting to training camp on July 23rd. What did the Jet quarterback have to say? We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jets fans. Happy Saturday. Hit the like button right down below. Excited to bring on someone who's called the show for a long time, but for the first time, he is a first-time guest on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, proud NYJ fan Nick Shine joins us now to talk all things New York Jets. What's up, Nick?
Good morning, buddy. What's going on? Thank you for having me on, man. I'm honored.
Happy Saturday. Appreciate you coming on. You do great work. Make sure everyone checks out Nick's channel. You see it right up there on the screen. Proud NYJ fan. So to kind of kick things off here, I'm going to play a clip from an interview that Aaron Rodgers did yesterday. He's participating in that celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe. So we did a spot with NBC Sports, and here is Aaron Rodgers being asked about his Achilles.
My Achilles feels good. Yeah, I felt really good at the end of last year. Then there's kind of, there's always that kind of plateau part. It's just about getting back into it. I felt good all spring. Had a nice OTAs. Had a beautiful trip to Egypt, and this is like the last marker. Summer's over on Sunday. Walking up 18 is like super bittersweet, but it's fun to be out here. Especially, AJ and Miles, two of my best friends.
AJ Hawk, Miles Teller, the two teammates of his on the golf tournament circuit he's referring to there, Nick. Let's talk about what he said about his Achilles. He says it feels good. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers and this Achilles injury entering training camp?
I think we all have, I say all the time, PTJD, post-traumatic Jets disorder, right? We've all been burned. We've all been hurt. There will not be a time that this man is on the ground where we all collectively don't freeze, hold our breath, pause, grab the person next to you's arm and like, oh God, is he okay? Even when he stands up, because he stood up last year before he went back down, we need to see a couple steps. Mentally for us, we're going to have to build the confidence back up in seeing him get up from hits, get off the ground, right? God forbid he grabs at his leg. We're all going to have panic attacks. But, a lot of guys bounce back from injuries. A lot of guys come back and perform even better. I know he's older, but let's not forget, this guy throws the ball with the greats of all time, right, Jake? This guy, when he's slinging the ball around, it's impressive to watch. So he's got to build up the confidence in it. We have to, as fans, build up our faith and our belief that he will be okay and it's not going to happen again. And I think that a lot of fans are scared, right? Like we have every reason to be. We're Jets fans. We know that it's always going to drop. The hammer's going to drop on us. But I'm all right with the injury. It's been a long time. He didn't come back at the end of the year, so it's not like he did any damage to it throughout the rehab process. There was no stories of a setback. Everything was way ahead of schedule, and he's going to get the full time to recover, which was a blessing going into this year for us.
No doubt. And, really, I think you hit the nail on the head. Anytime this guy drops back and there's a defender that's even somewhat near him, we're going to start to get nervous as Jet fans. Like that's just a reality, right? We're going to be having, PTSD or PTJD, as you said there, throughout the entire summer, throughout the first game, every game, really. That's just the reality. And honestly, the Rodgers injury psychologically impacted how I watch my other teams as well. I always assume the worst anytime anyone on the other teams I root for goes down with an injury too. Like, that was one of the most devastating injuries in the history of not just New York sports or the Jets, but in all of sports, given all the excitement going into last season. So, I mean, even just Rodgers making it through the first full game is going to feel like, oh, wow, okay, even if they don't beat the Niners week 1.
Yeah, just finishing a drive, finishing a quarter, coming back out for the second half. All of these things are going to be milestones. You know, we're all going to be, okay, he made it through a game. All right, he made it to the bye week. Okay, he lifted the Super Bowl trophy. Like, everything's going to be awesome along the process this season. I can't wait to be a part of it and share it with, you know, all the fans. It's going to be
100%.
great.
Now, look, you said something about his arm that I think is spot on. I've talked about this. Like, he doesn't need to be mobile, running all over the place, Aaron Rodgers, to be successful. The ball's going to come out quick. The O-line in front of him is way better now than it was last year. And as long as he could process and see a defense, he's still Aaron Rodgers. I talked about some comments Mike Williams made to the Jets in-house media team that, you know, doesn't really matter what play we're in because Aaron can check out of it. That to me is why I'm not really worried about, you know, Aaron Rodgers still being a top 12 quarterback in the league. He doesn't need to be MVP Aaron Rodgers for this Jets team to be a playoff team, maybe even win the division. So as far as your expectations for Aaron Rodgers, what version of the quarterback do you think we see relative to the rest of the league?
Let's not forget, Aaron Rodgers is at his best when he's doing play action. Some people have asked, do you see him going to shotgun more often? And I'm like, you're kind of taking away one of his strengths, right? Like, he's not like the Sam Darnold with the running back shotgun handoff dive. He's at his best, and one of the best, if not the best of all time, under center, play action, showing the ball, hiding it, finding someone wide open, getting out of the pocket, using his mobility. Those have all been his strengths throughout his career. I don't see him, and he said it earlier, I think at one of the OTAs, I wouldn't be back playing the game if I couldn't play the game to my standard. And I think that the mobility is part of his standard. So I think we're going to see the same exact Aaron Rodgers that you've always seen. One thing I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind, if you remember some of the less mobile quarterbacks, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, used to take the dive in the pocket to avoid the hit, avoid. Do you think we're going to see any of that from him? Do you think that maybe he does a little self-preservation, or do you think he's still going to play with that, I can get out of the pocket and create? What do you think?
I think there's a fine line, right? Like, I think he might not try to extend plays as much as he has in the past, but I still think he's athletic enough, even coming off this injury, where his footwork is so good, his feel in the pocket is so good that he could slide his feet and he can still create extra time to maybe give Davante or Garrett Wilson or Mike Williams that extra second to get open downfield so he can make a play.
Okay. I agree. I think he's going to play the way he has played. I think and I say this as a compliment, not a dig. He's too stubborn to change the way he plays. He's that confident and believes in himself and his abilities that he's going to play the way he plays until he can't play anymore. And that's part of his greatness, right?
Yeah, 100%. We'll talk about Davante here in a second. I did want to say this. 75 members away from our latest Asmaniac emoji, folks. The Bobby sitting in the orange chair emoji. Nick, you know the legacy of that chair and what it means to the Jet fan community on YouTube. This is big. Hopefully we can get 75 more members between now and
it would be
the end of the weekend.
Blessing to be here for it. It would be a blessing to be. I created the that chair as an emoji 2 weeks ago, I think, on my channel when we hit a new landmark, and that would be great to have him in it. It's just a chair empty, but you know, he's had a longer relationship with you, and I'm glad that he sat in the chair on your show. I was begging for it, but when he did it, I was like, you know what? Respect. You had to do it on Jake's show first.
It was a magical moment. Become an Asmaniac at the join button on the left-hand side, or maybe someone will gift a channel membership throughout the duration of our chat here with Nick Shine. All right, Davante Adams. Let's talk about that for a moment. I mean, you've had Davante say that Aaron Rodgers is in his ear recruiting him. You had Aaron Rodgers say this 3 days ago.
What's up? Do you think Luke Getsy's going to utilize Davante Adams good in the new Raiders offense?
I love Luke Getsy. He's a fantastic coach.
Awesome.
I love Davante. I can't wait to play with him again.
Great. Love to hear it. Yeah.
You've had Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson over the last 2 days allude to something being in the works or would love to play with Davante. It almost feels like this trade has happened already, and we're the only ones who don't know. It's weird. What are your thoughts on the Davante Adams to the Jets rumblings?
It has a different feel to it. As fans, we've always hoped for it. We've always tried to project it or to manifest it. This is players now, Jake. This is different. These are players commenting. This is Breece Hall making it sound like it's a definitive that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, talking about target share with Davante Adams. That's not normal. That's not something that players usually do, right? So this isn't like me or you going on a show and saying, will the Jets get Davante Adams? How could they trade for him? What could the trade package be? What's the salary cap ramifications? This is two big-time players on the offense almost telling us, hey, buckle up. It's in the works. When that schedule goes, when they play Cleveland, Rams, Kansas City, Bengals all in a row right before the bye week, and they drop 5 in a row, maybe more, he gets his get-out-of-jail-free card, right? And just said he did it to the Packers. Why wouldn't he do it to the Raiders? Yes, he showed loyalty to the coach. Yes, he showed loyalty by staying. Yes, he showed loyalty by committing to them when everyone thought he might ask out this offseason. But 2-5, 2-7 changes people, right? Especially later in the career when you haven't won the ring. It's time to pull the eject cord. It's time to do goose and get out of Dodge as fast as possible.
They're underdogs in 8 of their first 10 games. They easily could be 3-6 at the trade deadline. It just feels like there's momentum for this to happen now, and that I don't see. I don't see this deal happening until we would get closer to the trade deadline. I mean, maybe I'm dead wrong, and the Jets are going to surprise everyone, and this is going to go down now. I don't see it till we get to that trade deadline, which is after 10 games this season.
I mean, there's layers to it, right? Does Mike Williams get pupped? That might activate it in August. Does he come back and he's not the same? Does that activate it, in October, right before the trade deadline? Does somebody else go down? Does somebody else pull an Allen Lazard and regress into nothing? Does Allen Lazard never bounce back? There's so many layers to this onion, right? That there's so many different branches on the tree that we could go down to get to the Davante Adams trade.
100%. If you're watching the show live, hit the like button. Folks, the memberships, they're starting to come through the pipe right here on the program. Ladies and gentlemen, how about our guy, VR, coming through for the Jet fans? If you hear your name called, you got a membership from VR. Ugh. Allen got a membership.
Ooh.
Terrible. Things you hate to see, folks. Things you absolutely
bad
hate
start to the show, Jake. You put a lot of pressure on me here to bounce back, man. Bad start to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dre's got us. How about 5 memberships from our guy, Dre? Ladies and gentlemen, Dre alert.
Hey, Dre, what do you think about Brock Purdy?
He's going to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 memberships from Dre have been gifted. NY Jets Florida, Bethpage Chris, Jay Lepselder, Matthew McNeil Jr., Central Valley, Jets Cicano. Ladies and gentlemen, those are great members right there. Big time redemption after Allen, unfortunately, got one via the YouTube algorithm. All right. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line talking all things Jets with Nick Shine right here. Haason Reddick, another big topic of conversation. That will, I'm sure, be amplified based on whether or not he's there on the first day of training camp on the 23rd. Your thoughts on that? What do you predict ultimately happens with the Jets and Reddick?
There's no way that Joe Douglas or even Woody Johnson are going in to a season that's all in and going to be without one of the biggest pieces they acquired. I think it's just a matter of time. I think it's a matter of just working it out. My level of concern right now is 0%. You get me to August 10th, August 15th, and he's not there, I'll start to turn that dial up. But I think that it's one of those things that works itself out, right? The 49ers are going through it with Ayuk right now. This is what veterans do when veterans want to get that other contract. They want to get that guaranteed money. They want to protect their body. They want to get that insurance clause. that helps them out in the risk of injury. So I'm not overly concerned. I know it's going to be a story if it comes to players report and he's not there. Obviously, it's going to be the big topic. But my level of concern won't start to turn up until, you know what? I'll use your event. A little plug. August 17th. That's my line in the sand. If he's not there by the time your event, we all get together at your event, which I think I'm making, then I'll be like, okay, now I'm starting to get a little concerned about it.
How about it? Nick Shine doing the good work for me. Plugging the event. Ladies and gentlemen,
Teamwork.
RSVP like Nick Shine did to our event at T Squared Social. It's free admission. Party starts at 6:30. Jets Panthers kicks off at 7 p.m. that night. We're going to have drink specials, food specials, going to do Jets giveaways. The ESPN New York promo team will be there giving out swag. T Squared Social, owned by Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake. It has a bowling alley, golf simulators, darts, pool table, and much more. RSVP with the link in the description. Nick Shine will be there. Will you? Ladies and gentlemen, more of your super chats right now. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. But first, Boomtown getting in on the gift of membership gifting.
Oh, nice.
Hear your name called? This came from Boomtown. Nathan Shells, you are now officially an Asmaniac. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super chat here from Michael, who writes in, if Adams is available, what do we give up to get him? If he's available right now, I think it would take a first-round pick. That's why I don't think it's going to happen now. I think if it's closer to the trade deadline, it's a third and a fifth, a third and a fourth. If I absolutely had to, maybe there was an injury to Garrett or Mike Williams and you need another weapon, maybe it's a second, and then you still would have 2/3 if you wanted to get back into the second round in 2025. But like that to me is when I would expect it to happen. If it were to happen now, why wouldn't the Raiders ask for a first-round pick?
Agreed. And Joe Douglas having some foresight and doing that trade to get that Lions third round pick this year, giving us 2 threes, could be one day talked about with the Jamal Adams trade. Getting that additional pick from the Lions could be the thing that gets us Davante in season. You know, maybe with another future pick, a conditional pick based upon Jets' performance, you know, this season, how far we go. But that extra 3 could go a really long way.
I mean, that to me is kind of the currency of the trade deadline for a notable player. It's like a third and some other later round picks. You very rarely see seconds, and you never see first rounds traded at deadlines.
No, because it's mostly rentals. So the deeper into the season you get, the lower the compensation gets.
100%. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Larry writes in, AR is at his best when he's angry or got something to prove, or both. You talk about a chip being on the Rodgers shoulder. I mean, he doesn't have to look very far to find motivation.
Yeah, he can have it's like an org chart, right? It's like the usual suspects. When you look at the board behind, there's pins and wires going everywhere, connecting everything. You know, his motivational board has got to be filled. You know, people talk about him. They take digs at him as a person, as a man, as a family guy, you know, all those issues that have occurred. His quotes, things he says on podcasts. There's so much hate coming at the guy that I want to piss off Rodgers. I want a guy with extra motivation. I want a guy that's doing it for more than the paycheck. I want a guy that wants to do it to give the FU to everyone outside hating on us. I
love a revenge tour, Aaron Rodgers times 2, because last year was supposed to be that, and we got robbed of it. So I'm in on that. Today's program presented by Homage. Folks, Homage has your sweet Jets gear for the upcoming season. Any of their hoodies, any of their shirts you see on the screen, or any of the ones they sent me, you could get the ones that you see on the screen or the one I'm wearing right now. It's the top left on your screen. I'm going to go full screen on myself here. It is the Jets big helmet throwback logo. That's now the current logo shirt. I just put the link in the live chat. Click the link to the Homage website in my description, and it will take you to their homepage with all the gear. And you can get this shirt or any of the sweet Homage vintage-inspired apparel they have. And I'll make it even easier. Ready? Take out your phone, scan the QR code. Boom, it takes you to the landing page. Get yourself some sweet gear from Homage. One more time, I'm going to show the QR screen.
Give me that
Pause
barcode.
the screen. Boom. Scan it. Nick Shine is scanning it right now. He's going to Homage. He'll buy a shirt after today's show. Check it out, Jet fans. They got some great gear. Honored to be with them for the upcoming season. each of these shirts they sent me past couple of weeks. Every time I wear one in public, I get complimented by Jet fans. So check it out. Get your gear from Omaj. Description or link to get the gear is in the description of this video. There you go. Let's bring Nick back on the screen here. Comments, questions,
if I can add to the comment on your shirt, where else do you get a shirt with a Pat Leahy face mask? Where else do you get the thin bar face mask?
Yes. I love it. Dan writes in with a super chat. Nick, who the hell was the clown in the Gumby costume?
Oh, I think that was somebody who got into Bobby's show and has been tried to troll me Wednesday or Thursday night, tried to hop on with you the other day. There's been some trolls out there who got a hold of Bobby's show and then are going after everyone now. But
yeah, I banned that guy for life.
Yeah, same.
See ya.
Same. So not worth knowing, not worth discussing, Dan. But thank you for the super chat for Jake.
Jordan writes in, send a second or third and Amazon Prime Lazard. I mean, Lazard's got no trade value, man. You're not going to be able to use Al Lazard in any deal.
No, and no one will take that contract. It's bad.
Not going to happen. All right, Gusbuster Hotline's open. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not heard from this guy in a very long time. I was getting worried about his whereabouts. Folks, buckle up.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Bozy.
What's up, man? My two favorite bros, man, doing a show. Let's go. What's going on, guys?
How are you, buddy? Now that you're here, PTJD can also stand for Pretty Terrific Joe Douglas. I know how big of a fan you are, so it could be a positive, right? I'm always spinning things into a positive, so PTJD could be a good thing too. What's up, boy? Nice.
Hell yeah, man. You just said it. Michael did his membership and asked what it's going to take to get Davante. Man, Joey Douglas handed that in the draft, man. We all knew that third round pick coming back was going to be a big – you guys just hit on everything. As soon as the season starts, Raiders have a tough stretch. Man, once they start losing a couple games, Davante's going to – I don't see it happening earlier. I don't see us overpaying because I feel like that third round pick is the perfect value for a stud receiver once you get to the, near the trade deadline. So I'm just so hyped that we got a couple gems from Brees and Aaron, and I don't know, man. I'm so excited. We're getting so much closer. And Jake, I'm sorry, bro, and Nick, I've been dealing with some AC unit stuff at home. My whole upstairs is unusable because it's so freaking hot. And then also it's summertime, so I had a couple during like the day shows. I had a couple play dates with the kids' friends and stuff. So it's hard when I'm like, it's easy when I'm at work because we're closed down right now. We're doing like full renovation, so I'm just chilling in the back while they're working. But this is my first day back. I've been off for a couple days, but I'm back, man, and nothing better than getting my two bros together in the morning.
Did you bring the kids with you for the play date, or was it just you hanging out with their friends?
You know all my tricks. I go to pick up the kids at your pickup time. It's me and like 7 moms.
Nice.
just looking around, But yeah, man, we're getting closer, fellas. It's a dead time, and at least we got some new content coming. Rodgers is coming for a vengeance, man. So many people. He's got a lot of pressure on him. I will say that. He's got he's got a lot of pressure, but he wants it. This is why he came to New York, to put that notch in the belt on the legacy. And we suffered last year, but this is it, fellas. This is it, guys.
Now, I did hear, Bonesy, some rumors, unconfirmed, that this was actually you the other day in Tahoe when you were enjoying some time off.
I just want Super Bowl, please.
That's so nice.
They got my lip trembling when I was talking there. Yeah, dude, man, that's how I felt when Rodgers went down last year. If you guys are with me, my brother was looking at me and I was like this. Just when I heard that Garrett line, man, last year, that still hits me when he said "sorry, kid" to Garrett. And then when you heard from Cobb that Rodgers broke down hysterical, man, that shit hits home, man. He was so invested last year. And hold on, Jake, can you just take Nick off? Can we talk about Jalen Brunson?
Oh,
goodness,
incredible.
I mean, just the fact that like Anunoby's getting 212, and even quickly got 175 million. Brunson took less than that. We are all in Knicks fans. So, Nick, hold your ears. I know you hate
I
this
respect
stuff,
them for it. You know, I'm not a Knicks fan.
You're a Nets fan, Nick?
I was. Like, I'm done with the NBA. Like, I don't like the quality of the game. It's a long story. I'm more college basketball. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. So I'm college game of two no-name schools before I put on an NBA game.
Wow.
But I will say this. I respect the hell out of Jalen Brunson for that move, because if you want to be great, you got to find ways to be great. And he's going to make that $113 million back off the court in New York. You already see it coming. So it's a great move. If you can win in New York, you'll make that money for the rest of your life. So it's nothing for him right now. His trajectory is fantastic. I appreciate the player.
Nick, you're going August 17th, right?
I plan on being there. Yep.
Yeah,
I will be there as well.
My son's not here.
It is going to be a party.
Pre-game show at Alden's, I'm hearing.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Anybody wants to? I'm working, so anybody wants to, we could come and chill until game time. So we'll set it up and we'll invest in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Mr. Bonesy joining us. He'll be at our event on the 17th. You should too. Let's go.
Oh, he's there? I'm out. I can't make it. Something came up.
Deceptive super chat cuts the line. Here we go. Finish the sentence. The Jets season's a failure if they don't make/win. If they don't make the playoffs, it's an abject failure. If they don't make the playoffs and win a playoff game, it's a disappointment. Failure is completely missing the playoffs. You could argue losing a playoff game would be a failure, but it's tough for me to sit here and say making the playoffs and ending the longest playoff drought in professional sports would be a total failure. But I could understand why some might say it would be.
I mean, I agree. We're it's all in, right? With the veterans and so many guys coming in, and a lot of the, like you said, the Buffalo Jet fan had 11 of our veterans who are expired contracts after this year. This is the year. Like, you got to do it. Now, if this team is healthy, it should be minimum AFC championship if this team is healthy. Obviously, we don't know the rigors of the season, what happens, who gets dinged up when, if key games get missed here and there. But I'm AFC championship or bust completely.
How many wins?
I think, again, I'm going off this team is this team week in and week out. I have a tough time finding 4 losses on this schedule. I really, really do. If this team stays healthy, Jake, we're going to win 13, 14 games. If this team goes out there, the same lineup week after week after week, there's not many teams that are going to be able to line up and beat us. We were in games last year with the worst offensive line and the worst quarterback playing football. And I know people bitch about Joe Douglas's record and bitch about Salah's win-loss record. But when you look at the quarterback play and you look at the names that we were putting out there on the offensive line the last 2 years, I think it's almost a miracle that we won 14 games in the last 2 seasons. Those should be 2-win seasons on normal years. But now if you have an offense, it doesn't even have to match the defense. If you have a competent offense, which, newsflash, we're going to have better than that. But you give me an average offense, we're double-digit wins the last 2 years. So the sky's the limit for this team.
I'm at 12 wins, so I'm right there with you, man. The talent's there. Pat says, hey, Jake, love the show. Committed you to the fan base. Love Nick, too. Would be nice if we got a weekly spot in your show. Oh, the people want a Nick Shine weekly, baby.
Yes, I'm in.
I don't know. Nick is very busy, folks. It might be tough to track him down. I mean, he's dealing with Bobby all hours of the day. He's got a new job he's talked about on his show. I don't know if I can get you, Nick. You're a tough guy to get a hold of.
You can get me. Done. You got me.
I love it. Shout out to Nick for coming on, and maybe it's in the works. We shall see. We got some cool weekly guests, by the way. We'll be announcing soon. Obviously, you guys know some of them who've been on the show, like Will Parkinson will be back, but we got some other ones that I'm excited about as well. Keep it rolling with your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring on this guy.
He's going to die.
Dre joined us now. Hello, Dre. Goodbye, Dre. Thanks for the internet. Going full Ricky NY.
I guess his internet died.
The only thing died there, as you just alluded to, is absolutely his internet.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he's not on the toilet.
V-Man?
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
I'm good, V-Man.
Long time no see, man.
I'm glad we're both in like mind that the Jets are going to break their franchise record for most single season wins.
Yep, I'm with it.
You know, I'm confident. I agree with you with that. Like, with this roster healthy, I mean, your toughest opponent is Week 1, the Niners. That's really it. And then you got a whole stretch where you're going to be facing a bunch of pansy quarterbacks, a bunch of either rookies or guys who are like borderline or just like temp guys. So, like, are you really scared of any of those guys, really? And then you look at it, and then you got Allen, who we basically had his number for most of the last 2 years. You've given him so like, and then like I said, then my favorite part of the schedule is ending the year at home against the Dolphins. That's my favorite part though, because we all know Miami flutters like they spluttered down the end of the season. The last few years they've sputtered. I mean, yeah, and then you're playing them at home. It's going to be cold. It's going to be well under 50. It'll be probably. We're looking maybe January, MetLife. The temperature is probably going to be in the no higher than 40. So you got that. Like, there's no way you should lose that game.
Yeah. And if that game means something, that might be a night game. So it's going to be even colder. If that game is for the division or something like that, that has value into the AFC standings, that they're going to flex that one into prime time.
You know what the dream scenario is? That game, the Jets are already a playoff team, and it's like they're playing for seeding, and they get to knock Miami out by beating them. Like, Miami needs the game to make the playoffs themselves as like a wild card, let's say, and the Jets get to knock them out of the playoffs.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be totally amazing. Just knock them out. Although I will say that my one thing is I do think, like, with the way the Jets are and how talented they are and the advantage of like their very soft schedule, I definitely would put them not just in mix, obviously, to win the division. I think they should be the favorite. I think they should be like as good as much as we have to respect that Buffalo has been the frequent winner of this division. Let's be honest, the Jets on paper are better than them in most.
I think they're the most talented team in the division. Now, V-Man, this is a great comment here from Boomtown, who says 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and V-Man's bed being made. Do you make your bed the second you get up? Give us the bedroom routine.
Well, I get up, I walk my dogs, and I eat breakfast, and I come down and make the bed.
So you need to get some energy in you, and then the bed gets made.
Yeah. Like, yeah. All right. The other thing I was going to say is, so not only are we just obviously should be in the favorites to win the division, I think we should be legitimately in mix for the top seed in the AFC. I think we could call. Right, can we just?
You okay, V-Man?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can we just turn that off for a second?
You gotta go to the bathroom?
No, can you guys get back to the second so I can concentrate on what I'm trying to say?
We didn't tell you couldn't make your point. We're sitting here waiting, and we just keep hearing some flatulence.
All right.
I think you're distracting yourself from yourself.
Well, I want to say, like, reality, there are only a handful of teams right now in the AFC, I think, that are probably in legit contention for the top seed. Okay, obviously the Chiefs, since they've had it pretty much every year. Their number obvious. They pretty much had every year, except with the exception of last year where they lost. The Chiefs. I'll put the Bengals in that mix. I don't know if I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put the Jets in that mix. So, all right, I want to ask you, in your guys' honest opinion, what teams do you think they have? All right, and not. All right, can Can I ask you guys what teams do you put in legit contention for the top seed? What are your teams that you would list?
The Cleveland Browns.
Can we get serious, please?
Are we not being serious?
You're laughing your ass off, so no.
I have a question for you.
I'd rather him laugh his ass off than what you're doing with yours.
V-Man, good God. Question for you, V-Man. Have you accepted the invitation to perform at the halftime of the watch party?
Like I said, I'm really nervous about performing. Like I said, I only know I can only legitimately play one or two songs. Like I'm
That's
not.
all we need.
I don't practice instruments. I mean, between learning the guitar, the bass, and this thing, it's like I really don't know a lot.
Are you like a one-man band?
No, but I gotta imagine you probably haven't seen this thing before, Nick.
Hold on, let's go full screen on you, V-Man. Let's show off the instrument. There it is.
Yeah, you probably have never seen this instrument. This is the national instrument of Puerto Rico. This is the cuatro. And yes, if you're wondering, it has like 10 strings on it.
I was definitely wondering.
That's what this is. I just got it back from the shop. I had them add a strap to it, and I had them add the inlays. You see the dot inlays to help me memorize where the frets are.
It's kind of like the Jets' offensive line last year. 10 strings. That's how deep we had to go.
Yeah, no, but like I said, I want to hear your guys' take on what teams you think are in legit contention for the one.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
What teams are in contention for the 1 seed? I mean, I think it's Kansas City, obviously. I think it's Baltimore. I think not enough people are talking about Cincinnati as a legitimate threat, right? I mean,
that's my team.
Burrow's been the one guy that's been head-to-head with Mahomes and has won multiple times. Yeah. I think, honestly, the Jets could be in that conversation if you really break down the AFC. I don't see the Chargers being that good. No. I don't think Pittsburgh is in that conversation. Cleveland is in that conversation. They feel more like wild card contenders. Indy feels like a wild card contender. Houston could be an upstart, sneaky 1 seed, but I think we're overrating the Texans a little bit, personally. They had a soft schedule last year. They caught a lot of teams by surprise. I want to see them now do it with a first-place schedule. Like, their schedule this year, the quarterbacks they face, is reminiscent of the Jet Gauntlet last year. Go look at the Texans' schedule, everyone. Look at the elite-level quarterbacks that they play. Name a good quarterback in football. The Texans probably have a game against them this year. So I think that could prevent them from being the 1 seed. So, I mean, I think those are the teams you look at, though.
And when you look at our team, we're built to beat the passing teams. We're built. Like, the team that worries me in a playoff matchup is Baltimore because they run the ball so much. Like, we're built to play with and beat the passing teams. You know, our secondary can cover anybody. So that's the matchup. I hope someone else needs to knock off Baltimore for us. But the Bengals and the Chiefs are the two teams that I'm most concerned about. I mean, the Ravens, number 1 rushing attack, number 1 scoring defense, number 1 turnover defense, number 1 yardage defense, greatest kicker of all time, MVP, home field, number 1 seed, still couldn't get to the Super Bowl. How many more things do you need in your favor? And you couldn't get it done. So there's the quarterback I don't trust, like in a big spot to throw the ball. AFC Championship at home, you only score 10. Like you said, Joe Burrow, when Joe Burrow plays, there might not be a better passer in the league than Joe Burrow when he's on it. And if you think that's crazy, go watch Joe Burrow throw the football.
Completely fair. And it feels like there's always that team that goes from worst to first. And the Bengals were a 9-win team with Burrow missing the last 5 to 7 games of the season, whatever it was. So it's like, that could be a team you look at. Ladies and gentlemen, we tried to go to this guy earlier, but his internet went full Ricky NY on us. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring on a man who guarantees Brock Purdy might die in the opener.
He's going to die.
Dre, hello.
How you doing, Jake? How you doing, Nick? How's everything going?
Hey, Dre.
Hey, Dre, what do you think about Brock Purdy?
He's going to die. You know, I love that Nick has joined me on this island where the Jets are going to win 13, 14 games. It feels fantastic. I feel vindicated. But now, Nick, let's talk about your entry on to join me on 28 Touchdown Island. Do you feel that Garrett Wilson can receive 28 touchdowns from our guy, the greatest quarterback to ever play, Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
28 is a lot. Wow, that's.
You know that Garrett Wilson.
I think Brees might.
Brees will rush. Oh yeah, for sure.
Brees will get between catching and then running. I think Brees will crack over 20.
Mm-hmm. But I really like. There's something about like Aaron having a weapon like Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson was Rookie of the Year with the worst quarterback play.
Yeah.
And during his Rookie of the Year season, the number 2 pick in the draft did not throw him a single touchdown pass. He scored 4 TDs in his rookie year, and it was 2 each in 2 games, 2 from Flacco and 2 from White. So I feel like with Aaron Rodgers, he's good for 2 a game, just themselves, just on the dent of their talent level alone. We're not even trying to scheme it that way. It's just going to flow that way because they're not going to be able to guard Garrett. And let's be honest, like Aaron Rodgers could take a full-size NFL football and throw it through the eye of a needle. Like he really could. Like it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't even make sense. Like how are you doing this? The math doesn't math, but he puts it in spots that no one else can do. And Garrett Wilson, his catch radius, he can catch anything that's thrown at him. And I can't help but get overexcited. Like when I hear things about, Dante's going to actually come. If Dante shows up, if for some reason this gets done by training camp, I don't see it. Like I'm kind of in the ballpark with Jake. Like if this actually, everybody always talking about it. There's always like misdirection and all this stuff. But it's like everybody talking about it. But if it actually happens during camp and we start week 1, with Davante, I don't see how we lose the Niners game. At that point, I'm like, okay, look, our weapons are just that much better than their coverage. And the 49ers defense is nothing to sneeze at all.
Well, think about it. They would score so many points in that game, Dre, that all of a sudden Brock Purdy would have to throw a lot more, increasing the possibility of
he's going to die. I mean, don't let us, please God, don't let us jump out to a lead. It's a wrap after that. We're just going to pin back and we're going to watch Quinnen Williams get like 6 sacks. And after Quinnen is done, then Reddick's going to have like 4.5. We're going to have linebackers with sacks. Like Mosey's going to be like, you know what? I always wanted 2 sacks in the game, and he's going to get them.
Dre, let me ask you something. That hat on you looks tremendous. How does it feel?
It feels phenomenal. Nick, are you going to be coming on August 17th?
That's the plan. Yeah. I don't have my son that weekend. He's with me.
All right. Excellent.
Fantasy draft. So that's the plan. If all goes well, I'll be there.
You can bring your son to the event too, if that works.
Oh, is it one of those?
Yeah.
It's not like an ID, like 21 to get in place?
I don't believe so. I'll check that, but I don't believe so.
And I will be on my best behavior. I will definitely hold myself in check. Nick, you bring your son. Don't say lies. But V-Man got to come. What's up with V-Man? He needs to come down there.
Look, V-Man has been offered the opportunity to perform at halftime. He says he's coming to the event. The question is, can we get him to perform the halftime show?
Wow, that would be up there with like Creed at Dallas for a halftime show. That's going to be up there with one of the memorable performances.
That's
Dre,
awesome.
I have a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
So when you gamble, you just bet the over on everything?
No, I'll be honest. I'm more of I'll pick an underdog. I always love a good underdog. And especially if I start watching a game and it's like I have no dog in the fight, then I'm immediately picking, okay, who's the favorite? I want the other team. And because I feel like that means the win would mean more to them. And you get more like real joy. You're like, oh my God, we were supposed to win and we didn't. So like the other team that thought they didn't have a chance and then they win at the end. It's like watching, like, my favorite thing in baseball is walk-offs. I don't care what it is, walk-off single. Obviously a walk-off home run is great, But like to me, and that's why I get mad at I get I get mad at Gary when Gary starts talking shit about Derek Jeter, that he's overrated, he's this and that. I'm a Mets fan. And I'm a weirdo because I'm a Mets fan that doesn't hate the Yankees. And I don't understand, if I'm a fan of the Yankees, why you have to hate the Mets. I would be like, hey, they're from New York too. That's like the friend of my friend, but that's a decent person because I trust my friend. Well, I trust my city. I'm always New York before everything. So it's always New York Knicks. But now that the Nets are in Brooklyn and they're not in Jersey, because the water is the hard line. Jersey, and I lived in Jersey, and I was like, ew. Somebody tried to say I was from Jersey. I almost strangled them. I was like, no, I resided there temporarily. It was like a prison sentence. I had to do time in Jersey.
I heard you said this.
He's going to die.
Dre, thank you for the call. Love the energy, and we'll see you on the 17th, baby.
All right, my brothers. Take care.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go.
Oh, baby. What a time. Vinny with a super chat. He cuts the line. With 8 and O-line, this team can easily be 14-3 and the 1 seed. Bobby Midnight, I want to come on your show. Love you, my dog. Please read this chat. Well, super chats cut the line, Vinny. So you super chat anything, and I'll pretty much read it. I'm a capitalist, Nick. You know how it goes.
You got to do what you got to do. It's
man.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, 100. I mean, this is what we do here, man. We read super chats.
I'm learning from you, Jake. I'm learning from you daily, my friend.
As far as 14-3, look, that'd be insane. I think 12-5 is like where I could see it. When I say anything more than that as a Jet fan, it just sounds like I'm just setting myself up for disaster. So I'm trying to pace myself with my expectations. But I do think they have 12-win talent on the team, if not more. If Aaron's and look, that's if Aaron's above average, top 12 in the league. Yeah. If he's MVP, Aaron Rodgers, then they can be that level of team, because we've seen when he plays like an MVP. In Green Bay, they were at least a 13-win team 3 straight years.
With an average defense. 13-3, 3 years in a row with an average defense. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of the 12-win mark because Alan offered on my channel, unsolicited, he will give 50 memberships if the Jets win 12 games. I think he said 100 for you if they win 13, right?
To be honest, I'm hoping someone's keeping track because I forget.
I got it. Don't worry. I remember that one. I got that one. So 12.
I try to tune out Alan as much as I can.
I hear you, but something like that, I'm gonna remember.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
I'll keep track for you, buddy. I promise.
Dre Day checks in. V-Man play Bobby sing for halftime. All right. So what if V-Man just plays the guitar and Bobby sings over it? That's an option.
Now we're doing
Are we cooking here?
On together. Now it's getting big.
I feel like we're cooking with some fire here. This one's from Snowball before we get back to your calls. Question for Nick. Who wins, a polar bear versus a silverback gorilla?
Sneak attack by Bobby Midnight. Bobby wins. Bobby takes them both out.
Nick D wants to know, will I be at the opening Thursday night game? Does a polar bear bleep in the woods, wherever they live? The Arctic? Yeah, I'll be at the home opener for sure. Yeah. L5 before the game, Nick. Come party.
Nice.
You mentioned Bobby Midnight. I think it's time to check in with the Asmaniac's #1 fan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobby time.
Well, I'm getting really freaking pissed. I thought I saw Gary's pretty wife. I need to get some sleep. I'm Bobby.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, my 2 favorite people here. And
Bobby.
Jake, I'm not sitting in my orange chair today, so tough. I just had to bring that up to you. No orange chair today. Okay?
Shucks.
I promised you yesterday, so I did it for you yesterday and not anymore. I'm doing good.
Oh,
yep.
okay, there you are.
That ain't my body, I tell you that much. That's far away from my body. Trust me. Gator put me as a skinny ass. I'm not a skinny ass. I'm a fat ass. Hi, Sarah in chat.
You're
No,
awesome.
not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm awesome. All right. Yeah.
Bobby, tell people to give some membership so we could add this
No,
emoji permanently.
stop begging, then you would get membership. If you stop begging.
Begging. I'm trying to get this done. We came close yesterday. We need like 70 more.
I'm not begging on your channel. This is your channel, not my channel.
No one's asking you to beg. Just tell the people how much you love this
you
emoji.
Help friends out, man. You got to market. You got to plug. You got to promote.
Yeah. That's what we do here.
Oh yeah. Please give Jake some subscribers, please.
I don't need subscribers. I want Asmaniacs.
Asmaniacs, okay.
There you
Give
go.
them some Asmaniacs, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, you're kind of demanding
hat?
today, Jake. Yeah, what?
Let me put my promotion hat on. 20 new members to the channel, and you'll sit in the orange chair.
Nope, that's not gonna happen.
Come on, that
ain't gonna happen.
That's doable.
I already told
you
you
yesterday
that's
for
not
nothing.
gonna
Help
happen.
Jake out, man. Jake helps
No,
you out.
I
all the
did
time.
that yesterday. Yesterday was yesterday. Today's today. So.
Right. It worked yesterday. We got a lot of members yesterday.
Yeah, well, today's a different day.
All right, well, let me ask you this then. If you go live today, you're not doing call-ins because you did that yesterday. You gotta be equal with everything.
That's my show. This is Jake's show.
All right, I don't want to upset.
I'm not sitting on the orange chair. What's the first thing when I told Jake I wasn't going to sit on the chair? I'm not sitting on the chair today. I have every right not to.
Bobby, what are your thoughts on Hector saying since Bobby started his show, he thinks he's bigger than everyone else?
Well, Hector, why don't you mind your own business, first of all, okay?
Ooh, harsh words, Bob.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Dan writes in, Jake, I thought Bobby was going to sing the King of Queens song. Yeah, well, he tried to yesterday, and then he choked.
Yeah, I will now. I'll do it now.
No, I don't want you to do it now.
How about Charles in Charge? Can you drop
you
that
either sit in the chair or you're not allowed to sing the King of Queens theme song.
Okay, then I don't do both. Then I'm fine with both.
All right,
Yep.
me too.
Sorry.
I'm fine
Your
with
loss.
both. At some point, I got to take a stand for myself, Bobby.
Your loss.
No,
Can't
it's
be a
your
pushover,
loss.
Jake. I support
Yep.
you, Jake.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh, thanks, Nick. Oh,
I support you too, Bobby. I support both of you, but capitalist.
Okay, put me in the back. I'm done.
Nope, I'm not gonna negotiate with terrorists here.
I am not a terrorist. So what are
You're
you
holding a
talking
hostage.
about?
Yeah, you're making a lot of demands like a terrorist would.
You embarrass the man by pooping again. He does not like that
He
pooping.
didn't. All right, a couple things here. He didn't poop. All right.
You made the pooping sound again. He does not like that.
I don't think that's
How do you poop?
Okay, put me in the back. I'm done. I'm going on after the show. Then he'll put me off.
No, your punishment is you have to
I was
stay
going to
here.
go on after the show.
No, you're not. I'm going on after the show.
Well, guess what?
You have your son this weekend, so.
Well, this show's never ending now, Bobby. I'll sit in my chair all day.
Okay, sit in your chair all day. I don't care.
I will. I'll outlast you. All right.
Jake, I got more promotion for you. The only way this show ends is if you sit in the orange chair.
Nope, I'm not going to sit.
You sit in the orange chair. Jake's done. Your show begins.
No, I am not sitting in no chair. Sorry, Charlie.
Curly says Hollywood Bobby. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Jaden says
Hollywood
boycott Bobby.
What?
Uh-oh.
Dan says Bobby's a bully.
You're going to be boycotting for my channel if you don't stop it. I am not a bully.
Rick says Hector is Bobby's new nemesis.
I don't even know the guy. I don't even know Hector, and he gives me crap.
Sean says Bobby cranky today. You've been very cranky, Bobby. What's gone on?
I am not cranky. I say, oh, look at my two best friends. That's what I said. I'm not cranky.
Yeah, but then you came in and said, I'm not sitting on the orange chair.
Because I'm not. I sat on the chair yesterday. Today's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday.
So what gym membership, right? Like, is the orange chair sore from yesterday and needs a few days to recover?
No, I'm not sitting in the orange chair today. No way.
For the first time since the 80s, it's got to bounce back.
No, I'm not sitting in the 80s.
Addison says you're having a Walter White arc.
Hi, this is my co-host. He always saves me.
Very good call, Addison.
I see
Who's
it.
Walter White?
Have you seen the show?
Sarah
Breaking Bad?
Schuyler.
What?
Oh, no.
What's Walter White?
You're gonna have to watch the show Breaking Bad, Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Walter White. Yeah, I know Walter White.
Gator wants to know how many memberships for Bubby to wear a Charles wife beater shirt. Bobby?
I'm not wearing that. Shut up. I'm not wearing that.
Hector says you're going to know me soon, Bobby.
Oh, that's a threat, Hector. How am I going to know you soon, Hector? That's a damn threat. Well, just show your face on camera, chicken face.
Yeah.
Chicken ass.
That's
You
when
could
he's
type
mad.
it-
When Bobby calls people to show their face, that's when you know he's heated.
You better call in the show, big chicken. You could write chat in the chat. Ooh, big deal. I'm a big man. I'm typing in chat. You don't show your damn face. You're a chicken.
That's it.
You
Angry
chicken
Bob.
ass.
I see the orange
But
chair.
you're
I see
going
the
to
orange
know
chair.
me soon, Bobby. Oh, you scared me, Hector. I'm shivering.
This is such a giant tease right now, Nick, because you can see the orange chair just sitting right there.
I am not sitting on no chair. Put me back in single, please. I don't want to be on. I want to get back with three.
You are in single.
I don't want to be in single. I want to be the other way, please. Come on.
What? Hold on, I gotta find the button.
I'll just do this.
They moved it on StreamYard. You notice that? Jake? They moved
Oh,
it.
hey, now we can't even see Bobby. We just see this beautiful mug of his. Bobby, when was
That's
this
a
picture
different
taken
Bobby.
of you?
That
Yeah,
picture is weird. It's happy Bobby.
Yeah, you're smiling there, Bob.
Well,
Can we see your big
Hector
smile?
pisses me off right now. Won't you get on camera? We'll talk face to face. Hector, big pal. Let's go, big boy. Are you from New York? Let's go. Let's go, Hector. Let's go. I'm demanding you to get on camera. So, yeah, you got me dying. Shut the hell up, Hector. You idiot.
There's children. What if Henry's watching? You're talking like this.
Come on, get on camera. You dreaded my life, so get on camera.
Gator writes in chicken ass. New cartoon coming to Max this fall.
Yeah, there you go.
Dre Day says we need the chair. We need the chair. We need the chair. We need the chair.
Oh, Dre, I'm not sitting on the chair today. Please.
All right.
I'm not-
What if we invite Sarah on? Would you sit on the orange chair to get Sarah on?
No.
Liar.
No.
I'll email Sarah the link right now privately. Oh, it's in the chat.
It's in the chat.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm used to my
Sarah just wrote in, Bobby, I didn't see you sit on the chair.
All right, for Sarah, I will.
Yeah, Sarah, I love you.
Yeah.
Not like that
But
though, Bobby.
she has
Not
to
like
get.
that.
She has to get. She has to get on. First,
we
she
need
has to
to-
get on. If she doesn't get on, she won't. If she
As
doesn't get on-
maniacs, we need to get Bobby that actual hat with a heart and Sarah written on it. We need to get him that hat. Do your
Sarah's
magic.
calling first, then I go sit in the chair. If she doesn't call in, I don't sit in the chair.
What if she can't call in, but she's there in spirit?
No, she could call in.
All right. Do you think if I play one of your love songs you wrote for her, that will help her call in?
Yeah, the Aussie one.
All right.
Hey guys, guess who's with me now?
Oh, Bubby.
It's the girl who makes my 3D roll.
Oh, Bubby.
She's the only one I let sit on my chair.
Oh, Bubby.
With her beautiful face and her long blonde hair.
Oh, Bubby. Oh, you know I'd stop by more often if you clean up this mess.
Oh, Sarah.
Is that an old ham sandwich over there, Bubby?
Yes, Sarah.
You think I'm prettier than 3D Gary, Bubby?
Of course, Sarah.
Because you said he's good looking with his long, sweet hair.
Oh, Sarah. I thought it was his wife.
Okay, she's not calling in, so I'm not sitting on the chair.
Man, Bobby, you really have become such a diva. It's sad to see what's happened to you.
Oh, well.
Oh, excuse me.
I-
Hold on. Hey, Sarah.
That's not Sarah, you liar poop.
You're gonna call? Okay.
That's
All right,
not
it'll
Sarah.
make Bobby's day if you.
No, no, I did not hear no phone ring. That
I have it on
Get me
vibrate.
off-
Dude. I'm a professional. It's on silent. I'm a professional.
No, that ain't Sarah. I don't believe you. I want Hector to get his face on here. I want Hector with it.
Hector says, Bobby, I'm coming for you tonight.
Oh, you scare me, Hector.
That would scare me. You've never seen his face. You don't know what he looks like.
I don't care. Hector, get on here now, big boy. You're big talk, but little action.
Bob, can I ask you a
You're a little your little penis. You're a
Whoa. Family show, Bob.
though. He is a little penis.
Bobby, family
I said
program.
penis. I did call him
You've
the
never
D
even
word.
seen his face. How can you attest to that?
Yeah,
Well,
how do you know what
he's
his manhood looks like?
He probably doesn't have a manhood. He probably has the other thing.
Bobby.
Holy shit already. Will you stop it with the bad language?
All right, we had to take Bobby off. He's losing his cool a little bit. Let's cool off. Cooler heads will prevail. Maybe Sarah will call in, and then Bobby will sit on the chair. All right.
Oh, we got news in the chat.
Man, that was wild. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have news. Rob Basil making it rain with 10 channel memberships.
Show me the money.
Show me the money! Money.
Rob Basil called in yesterday for the second time. Shout out to you, Rob. Rico the Pup, King Breeze, Christopher Pergoli, Henry Zubauer, NY Cursor, Jet 107, D Odin, Realistic Jet Fan, Kevin Zickwer, Dolphin Gang. We got a Dolphin fan who watches the show to get a member. Damn. I think that's 10. Boom. You guys are all officially channel members. And Nick, are you ready for some history right now?
I'd love it. Hit me with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us for the first time on this show, but she is a regular on the Bobby program, is the great Sarah down in Australia. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Seriously, it's like what time? 1:30 in the morning. And I'm
Oh
here
my
for
God. It's 1:30 a.m. there? That's great.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's dying to come back on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, a guy who agreed that if Sarah called in, he would sit in the orange chair. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring on Bobby Midnight.
Oh, I'm doing another Zoom meeting. Oh, Farts Jake's going live. Gotta end my friggin' stream. I'm Bobby.
Bobby.
Let me get in my chair first, Jake.
Why don't you show your freaking face so we can see what you look like?
Oh, Nick, you're gonna get it. I'm getting pissed off by the heck. I'm trying to get into my damn chair, dummy. Stop making fart songs. I'm not farting. There's my orange chair. I'm gonna sit in 2 minutes. Let me get untangled
I just
here.
saw the sub comment. CEO of Orange Chair Productions.
Yeah, get that off of me, please. I want Bobby.
Ready, Bob? We got to do like an old school hip hop to it. You down with OCP? Yeah, you.
No, I don't want that on the channel. I don't want that right there.
All right, dear God, let this chair hold.
Hey, shut up! I've been sitting in the. I got my black chair in back of me. Hold on a minute.
Nick, don't be mean.
God, give me a break.
Bob, what's in the blue storage bins? More chairs?
Oh yeah, more chairs. No, they're clothes and all that, Nick. Why you have to ask
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Where do you keep your underwear, Nick?
On my butt, Bobby.
I mean, at your house. Where do you keep your underwear?
I only have one pair. Don't embarrass me. I'm on Jake's show.
God damn it. I'm not unhappy with that Hector. He really messed up my whole morning. Oh,
We forget about Hector. I'm here now.
Yes, let's go, Sarah.
I'm just pissed off.
Voice of an angel comes in to save the day.
Yeah, I'm right here. Hi, Sarah.
Oh,
There we go.
You got your wish, Jake, okay?
It wasn't
Got
my
your
wish,
wish.
Bobby. It was the wish of the people.
No, it was
Sarah wanted it. You're granting
Now-
international wishes.
Now I want Hector
Puppy.
on the camera, too.
You want Hector on? Yeah,
Yes.
Hector, show your face.
Yeah, you chicken shit.
Oh, Bobby, foul language warning. Come on.
Troy. Troy, what's her name? Brad Pitt goes out there. and he
Okay,
yells at
chicken
her
poop,
stuff.
okay? How's that? I'm
Chicken-
in my chair now, guys. See?
Let's go.
You happy, Sarah?
I am. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, I love you, Sarah.
We love you, Sarah. Thank you for calling in. The
No
people
worries.
needed it. And I don't know if you saw the show yesterday because of the time difference, but we have this emoji ready to go to honor you and Bobby's
Yeah,
great
that ain't look
relationship.
like me. That don't look like me. They put it less weight on me. that's good for Gator to do that, but that ain't me.
Jake, the AI summary right now, viewers are reacting to a funny and chaotic situation where Bobby struggles to sit in a chair.
I know, because that thing in the back won't connect. I'm in my chair now. Stop it.
It's not me.
You're
it's
in,
AI.
Bobby. You did it. You gave the people what they wanted. Sarah, thank you for helping us make
Bye,
this happen.
Sarah. I hope you try my thing. ASMR. You got to do that so you can go sleep.
Yeah, I need to, Bobby.
You gotta try
I
that.
need to get sleep.
You gotta try ASMR.
I'll give
Or
it a shot.
Just put the radio on low and then you fall asleep. That's all I do. Yeah.
Okay. No worries. Thank you for your help, Bobby. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I just want you to sleep.
Bobby, Sarah, excellent job out of both of you. Thank you both for coming on.
She's from Australia, the golden blonde beauty. Can't live without her, that girl makes me freaky. Sarah the angel is everyone's sweetie. If she dumps her husband, I'll be her next beefy. Sarah.
Folks, that was truly electric. A lot of build up to get it done, Nick, but we got it done. And are you kidding me? Is Nick Shine making it rain while being a guest on the show? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
That was worth it.
Oh my God. 5 channel memberships. 5 channel memberships from Nick Shine. Let's go.
Money, 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 money.
Here we go. Sunny85, LX Jet Fan XL, Thomas Doyle, When 007, B77, R5, all officially channel members. Let's go. All right. We got some more people left on hold, but Nick, I don't want to take too much of your time. So if you got to go, feel free. I can stay on.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good, man. However long you got.
Cool. Let's keep it rolling here. More of your calls.
Right.
Johnny Boy is up next. What's up, Johnny?
Oh no, I gotta go now. I'm out.
Nick, thanks for the time.
That was the deal breaker in negotiations. Don't bring Johnny on.
What's up, guys? Buddy? How you guys holding up, man? Hey, oh, you hear my son? Dude's crazy,
Kids
man.
these days.
Yo, so I wanted to talk a little bit. You guys kind of touched base on it about the Davante Adams thing, right? And I don't know if you guys started seeing Garrett Wilson was like, I'm on board for it. Like, if that dude, if we're able to get him, bring him on, right? But then there's, you know, the Jet fans that are out there that's kind of saw Davante Adams like pissed off during the on the receivers show and saying like, you know, I'm gonna effing die and blah blah blah. Do you guys think there's any noise in regards of him being this like bad locker room guy, which I don't think is true, but I just wanted to get your guys' take on that, and especially with Aaron Rodgers being there.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, there's no rumblings of that. I mean, he's the guy's beloved by his teammates. I mean, Rodgers swears by him. That to me is not an issue.
And then
winners want to win, right? When you played your career with Aaron Rodgers as a receiver, there's a standard that you're accustomed to, and there's, you know, a functionality of quarterback position that you expect. And when you don't get that, and you get that taken away from you, and you know that you're one of the best receivers in the league, and you're not being utilized, and the wins aren't coming, and, you know, the target rate's not there, the quarterback can't get you the ball like you're used to, frustration's going to set in, but it's because he wants to win. I have no issue with him at all as a locker room cancer, you know, is what everyone always says. No, he's not that. It's a guy who wants to play hard and succeed. I want that on my team.
So then with that being said, right, for both of you guys again, right now, where would you rank our wide receiving core room? And if we were to get Davante Adams, where would you rank him at?
1. Right? I mean, you tell me a wide receiver room of Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams, Mike Williams, and then Malachi Corley. I mean, that's insane.
Exactly.
Mike.
So then where would you rank us at right now with the core that we got?
To be determined, right? Like, we got to see what Mike Williams is coming back.
If he's healthy, I think it's a top 10 receiver room. Because, like, go look at the good teams in the league. Not many teams have 2 really good receivers. Like, usually, the Bills don't. The Bills don't have a number 1 right now. right? Like you could point to Miami, but like they're an exception. Like they're not the norm. The Niners are not the norm. Go look at most of the teams in the league. The Bengals are not the norm. Like very quickly you realize most teams only have like one true number one receiver.
So I said all of that to say this. So if we end up picking Davante Adams like by deadline, because I think that's when it would happen, right? He instantly makes our team even better than what it is right now.
Yeah.
So if we can make it happen, why the hell not?
Oh, you have to. If it's an option on the table and he says I want out, I'm only going to go there. You make that happen.
Exactly.
Rat Titty wants to know
in November, December. You gotta play against the Chiefs. You gotta score. They got a good defense.
Sorry, this comment from Rat Titty made me laugh. Could Johnny name all his kids without pausing?
All right, you guys ready?
Come on, Cromartie.
Okay.
We're gonna be here all day, Jake. This is gonna be a 4-hour show.
It's Riley, Giovanni, Addison, Carlos, Luis, Anthony. Shit, I paused.
Nope, that was a pause. That was a pause. Damn
it. Couldn't do it. What a call. What a comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some super chats, but then there's Rick Kent coming through for the people. 5 channel memberships. Let's go, Rick Kent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, here we go. 5 memberships courtesy of the great Rick Kent. Hojo, Bernard Conigo, Bob Sacramento, Ben44, Drew, all officially channel memberships. Let's freaking go. Let's keep it rolling here. Rapid fire through some calls. But first, Mike D's Nuts says, pastry time, Bobby. Let them swing. I don't know if you caught this on my show the other day, Nick. So Bobby called in shirtless. And
I haven't seen that yet. I've been working, so it's tough for me. And the reception isn't great there, but yeah, I didn't see it.
So he called in shirtless, right? And I said, hey, no shirt, no service on this show. So then he called back in, and then someone made a joke in the comment section that I think it might have been Mike that, instead of like pasties over someone's nipples, Mike wrote pastries. And he's like, Bobby, what color pastries did you have? Or something like that. And I'm like, pastry? He's got like black and white cookies.
To him or something?
So this has become a joke the last couple of days. You'll see people using like 2 cupcake emojis in there. And I'm like, good God, man. So this
Gator had a comment while Johnny was on, and I think it was fantastic. How are you talking Jets with what you just saw? Jets questions with what we just witnessed.
God, as much as I love all this madness, I cannot wait till we have real things on the field to discuss. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, back to your calls in a moment. Vinny Ferraro. By the way, hold on. This is what I mean. If you see this is a reference to Bobby's pastries. Good God, nice. Man. Vinny Ferraro. 5 channel memberships being gifted. Oh, baby. Chris V-Man, Sarah Young, King Tizeri, TLC Gaming, all officially as Maniacs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Keep it rolling with the memberships. Mark Farrow, shout out to you. Love that. More calls right now. Tommy's on the line. Hey, Tommy.
What's up, Jake? What's up, Nick?
What's
up, buddy? How you guys doing? My brothers. How are you guys?
All right.
I just wanted to. I'm not a big Bible thumper, but I never forgot this, right? And just picture the Lord as Aaron Rodgers in his name. I'll read it very fast. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequalities of the selfish, which Aaron Rodgers gave back money, and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. This is also a Samuel L. Jackson quote from Pulp Fiction. This is where the most important part. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord, Aaron Rodgers, and I will lay vengeance upon thee. Aaron Rodgers is coming back with vengeance, and that's when he's at his best, like you guys said it. He's going to tear shit up this year, dude. I cannot wait. I want to get Adams at the trade line, the deadline trade line, just like you said, because it will save us, more picks and all that. But 14-3, 15-2. I know I said 17-0. It's not realistic, but we tearing it up this year, boys. And I can't wait to see you guys on the 17th, man. Enjoy your Saturday, fellas. Bless.
Tommy, you got me fired up with that one, man. Let's go. Good call. Oh, hold on. You're back. You're back.
I've read the King James version of the Bible. I've never read the New York Jets version of the Bible. So that was a nice little twist. Look at the Bible expanding itself.
Curly says we have a Bible verses.
Is that a first on the show, Jake? Reading scripture?
It's the first sermon I've gotten on the show.
Oh, all right.
I love it.
Nice.
Jesus says, Jake, what will it take you for the show anger this season like you did versus the Jags? Hopefully nothing.
I think that going to a comment from Jesus right after reading from the Bible is the greatest segue ever. Well done, Jake.
Well, everyone knows Jesus is a big Jets fan, you know?
That's it.
Big
That's why
Jets
you're the
fan.
best. And you did that. It probably wasn't even planned. Look at that.
No, it was not. It definitely was not. Nate says, is Bobby moving Stonehenge or simply moving 2 chairs around? Nate, I appreciate your support, man. Also, I think I don't know if I read this from Dre. I want to make sure we honor his super chat here. Dre wrote in, Scorch Earth, Aaron Rodgers, 15-2, number 1 seed. Garrett Wilson will score 28 receiving touchdowns. Dre is still on that 28 receiving touchdown campaign. I love it.
I think we agree. I'll speak for you here. I hope he's right. I hope he's right. Like, no, don't do it. Yes, of course. We hope you're right, Dre.
Unreal. Chris says, how many more members are needed for a new emoji? 30. 30, and then this will officially be uploaded. I don't know if we're going to have enough by the end of the show here, but hopefully if I do a show tomorrow or Monday, we'll get it pretty soon. Shout out to everyone who contributes membership-wise. It goes a long way towards supporting the show and giving you guys cool things to use in the chat. All right, some more calls here.
Can I do a quick little cross promotion?
Go ahead.
If I get 10 subscribers to my channel, Proud NYJ Fan, right now, I'll drop 5 more. Proud NYJ Fan, 10 new subscribers to the channel, and I'll drop 5 more here in the chat.
Let's put your link to your channel then, right in the description. Let's make it easy. All right. Subscribe to Nick's channel. Put it in the comment section. You already got 10?
Hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris just got us the 30 we needed. Holy hell. Chris, shout out to you, Chris NYJ. Let's go.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Yeah! He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Bravo, Chris.
Oh, my God, Chris. Shout out to you.
I'm going to go walk a mile while you read all the names, all right?
Yeah, hold on. Do you feel that? I mean, is that what I think it is? Is that what's happening here? Oh my God. It's raining memberships. Here we go, baby. Yeah, I got to get my umbrella. Stand by. Here we go. I've never seen rain like this. Here we go. 30 names I will read. Stay with me. This is not easy. Vito, Michael Burgos, TJJ, APD, Aaron Rodgers. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Timothy Looper, Kingsley Alou, Dave Sportquest, Andrew Villano, Matthew Zucker, Cashman 19, It's Juicer, Lacruis 1971, Claudia Steinbeck, Gerardo Robles, Evander Jones, Evan Ferguson, Nate Brown, Zakira Hige, Jail 84. You are all shadow members. That is 30 names I just read. I want to make sure I didn't skip anyone. Mike F. Ew, B-Wing Jing, 6, Dre Ida, Green and White Militia. I missed a lot of people. Ryan K. Fishman, Michael Caminero. Wow, 30 names. It just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nick, that's what we call raining memberships, folks.
Outstanding.
Unreal.
It's definitely.
Chris, shout out to you, man.
One more, and I'll drop 5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
subscribe
you for
to
those
Nick's
subscribers.
channel. I just threw it into the live chat again. Let's see. Bobby, would you sit in the chair for Chris after he just contributed the necessary members to get the emoji locked in? Let's ask him. Bobby, would you sit in the chair? Are you in the chair right now?
What do you think? Yes, I've been sitting in the chair. What was your question again?
Well, you answered it. I wanted you to be sitting in the chair when I upload the new emoji that honors you.
Yeah, I know. Thank me for sitting in the chair for you. If I didn't, you wouldn't get all this.
No, I'm thanking Chris. He's the one who donated the membership.
Well, if I didn't sit in the chair, you wouldn't have gotten more.
I don't know. I think Chris is more responsible than you.
Oh, put me in the back. Put me in the back.
What if I don't want to?
Well, I'll be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're the chair, we gotta capitalize on it. Thank you for everyone who subbed.
How many did you get? Did you get the subs? You almost at 1,000. Let's get you monetized, man. Let's not stop at 10. Everyone subscribe to Nick's channel right now. He's at 836. So you just gained 10 when I refreshed. Hector writes in, Bobby, who's your daddy?
Fuck you.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Good God, Bobby.
Holy shit already. Will you stop it with the bad language? On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Yeah, Sarah, I'm sorry. He's out of control. I don't know. He gets over emotional. I apologize.
No more
Call you
Bobby
later.
today. We need a Bobby break on this show. He's a little cranky. I don't want to piss him off. Ladies and gentlemen, proud NYJ fan has gifted 5 channel memberships. Nick, would you like to read the people who got the memberships you gifted for them?
Yeah. Give me some. Do I have to do it like Carly? Do I have to get like a little trophy boy? We got Luke. We got Steve H. William Palmer, Seymour Butts, and D. Santana. Nice. Welcome.
No one better than
Enjoy.
Seymour Wieners, who was honored at the Mets game earlier this year. Incredible.
Outstanding. Are they related?
Dre with another 5 channel memberships. Man, Dre, you're coming through for the people today.
Hey, Dre, what do you think about Brock Purdy?
He's gonna die.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Savage, Justin Gray, Buttermilk Buddha, Screaming Demon, Andrew G. You guys are all officially channel members. Let's go. All right, we're going to wrap in a bit. Rick writes in with a super chat. You have Nick as a guest and all hell breaks loose. Awesome. I won't lie to you, Rick. Part of my thinking of getting Nick on was it's Saturday. It's one of the last weekend shows we're going to do when there's not much Jet news. Let's go crazy before we focus in on training camp starting in a little more than a week. So I can't wait for that. Shout out to Nick. He's bringing the madness, which is exactly what we wanted. Nice. Bobby, I see you waving to come back on, but that's not happening. Not after you dropped an F-bomb on this show. Yeah. Family show. Come on, man.
You know, I've struggled for an hour and 23 minutes not to drop one, and he just throws it out there freely.
Yeah, can't have that. Nate's on the line. Hey, Nate.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up, Nate?
Jake, I got to be honest. I think the plug for the Gustbuster, when it's raining membership, that's the lane. That's the lane for that. I think we got to come up with a different name for the hotline. I think it's outgrown the hotline.
Man.
So the show has been chaos, man. I just started tuning in. What is going on? What is going on the Jake Asman show?
You know, there was real football talk for about the first 35 minutes, and then all hell broke loose.
I knew I missed the train, so I said, well, let me just hop on and see what's going on. Of course, was not disappointed. But I do actually have a little bit of a football, I don't know, just mentioning it. There's been a lot of talk about, like, Davante, obviously, to the Jets. But me personally, I kind of like the wide receiver room. I don't think it's a problem area. I don't think it's something that needs to be added to. I mean, for the right price, sure, but honestly, if they were going to do a preseason trade, I'd rather them adjust something like their running back room. You know, obviously we have Breece Hall, who's amazing, but we've seen what happens when Breece gets hurt. It's not good, and I don't really want to trust 2 rookies, you know, on the depth chart behind him. So I don't know. I'd like to see them either sign somebody or trade somebody. I know running backs, unfortunately, aren't that valued in the NFL. Just look at what happened to Austin Eckler in, 12 months.
Well, who's left though? And they're rookies, but rookies at that position, unlike say quarterbacks, they hit the ground running right away. And if they're high on Braylon Allen, I think that's going to be the guy you look at. Maybe there's a chance they could bring someone else in, but I don't see it. I think based on the early reports on both Allen and even Isaiah Davis from that standpoint, I think they like both those guys. And maybe Izzy Abanikanda will show something here this summer, knowing he's fighting for a spot on the roster. So I don't see it. I think they're going to roll with what they got at that position.
They'll have to take a big step, Izzy. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I obviously Breece Hall is great. Like, he can have the ball 90% of the time. I'd be completely okay with that. He even said it yesterday in that interview with Kay Adams, right? He's like, oh, even if Davante was here, I'd like the ball. Like, I love that. That's RB1 right there. Breece the Beast. I'm excited for this year. Other than that, I'd like to see them sign another guard. Those are my two asks right now. I'd like to see them shore up just a little bit more of that line. They've improved it a lot. I can't even complain really, but if I had one more little ask, it'd be another guard. Like you said, maybe somebody like McGovern on him, like a minimum or something. I think he played okay last year. I think he was probably one of our best linemen other than AVT, at the time when he was playing, the short period of time he was playing. But I don't know. I don't see the problem with bringing him back.
100%. Yeah,
and he's got that guard center flexibility, right? Like that positional flexibility, which Douglas values so much. They got Schweitzer already, who can do guard center. The tackles for the most part can play on either side, but it's nice having Carter Warren, backup right tackle. You shadow Morgan Moses. You learn from him. Olu, you're with Tyron Smith. Like the pipeline is being built. Will McDonald, when he gets there, you're with JJ. You and JJ are with Haason Reddick. Like, you're seeing the veterans now, even still in the back end, even though he's young. Sauce, Stiggers is with you guys. It's nice to see the pipeline finally getting built. It's something we've always asked for. We've had to live in free agency with building this team, but it's nice to see guys get drafted number 11 overall. And it's a blessing if he doesn't play a game this year, right? It's a great thing if Olu never has to take a snap at left tackle this season. So the fact that Douglas has built this roster into a place where we don't need the Jets fan curse of we drafted a savior, because that's usually the kiss of death on a player with this team. It's a nice turn of events for Jets fans and something that we're not used to.
100%. It's just me. The old-fashioned way to become an Asmaniac became a channel member by just hitting the join button on the left-hand side. Thank you. It's just me. Let's go Jets. Super chat here from Jetted Out. 14-3 Super Bowl incoming. Jets 38, 49ers 10 in the opener. Oh, my God. I mean, that will feel like heaven if the Jets win 38-10 in week one. No way.
We will be the most unbearable people on the entire planet.
Oh, my God.
If we win 38-10. I couldn't even imagine what the shows would be like. It would be chaos.
Be one of the greatest weeks of my life.
Yeah. It would be like winning a Super Bowl. We go on national television after what happened last year on the opening Monday night game.
Oh my God.
To then win this one like
Rodgers
that
those 4
that
touchdowns.
team.
Oh my God. Crazy.
My God.
Dropping bombs on the league. Let's go. Tyrone says we will have the division and home field advantage in the playoffs before Bills and Finns last 2 games. Tyrod will be the quarterback. Will Aaron rest for the playoffs? Go Jets. The optimism in July here is just off the charts. I love it, Tyrone. I love it.
I'm in sync with that. I think we lose to the Dolphins the last game of the season because it's a rest game. I think we have the 1 seed locked up. That's my big prediction for the season. That last game means nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, the latest emoji, the Bobby sitting on the orange chair emoji, is in fact live for all the Asmaniacs to use. Let's go. If you want to use it, if you're a channel member, make sure you refresh the browser and it should be there for you. I'm already seeing some people in the chat use it. It's a great looking emoji. Thanks to Gator for making it possible for all of us. All right, a couple more calls and then we're going to wrap here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Keith and then Kyle. What's up, Keith?
You talking to me?
You're on the air, Keith. What's going on?
Man, you guys are crazy this morning. I called it the other day. Well, when I called into you 2 days ago, I said, what do we need Adams for? Really? And now that, you see all this the speculation and you watch the videos, especially with Brees, I'm like, bring it on, Woody can afford the paycheck.
Just a matter of cap space, Keith, more than anything else. Like they could fit Adams in. I think he probably would restructure his deal to give them more flexibility if they added him. But I just don't see it as something they need to do at this point. I think it's going to be closer to the deadline if it happens.
So the lady who lives across the hallway from me, she's a Philadelphia fan, and she's like, what are they going to do with Reddick? I saw her in the elevator this morning. What are they going to do with Reddick? And I'm like, I don't know. Trust the process. That's what I said. That's what I first said when I came on here many months ago. Just trust the process and let go. And that's a difficult thing because you're dealing with the media of New York. I'm down here in South Florida. I have to deal with the Miami bullshit,
Oh yeah,
or BS. But I saw you. I was on here on Thursday, and I told you I was going up to see 6 kids with cancer and all that stuff. I'm going off the cuff of the Jets for a moment. And yesterday was Friday. I did my session, and all of a sudden, a lady from Human Resource came up to me, and she says he wants to come and see you. I can't use names here because HIPAA law down in Florida here. But so I went. I didn't have my Jets jersey on that I did on Thursday. Visiting the kids was astronomically upheaving. I thought about Chef Kevin's wife while I did that with the kids and other people. But anyway, yesterday this boy asked the Human Resource to find out if I was downstairs and that can I come up and see him again? And I did. And of course, he's asking, where's your Jets jersey? I said, well, I can't wear it every day.
We're going to have to send you another one, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to order one soon. The great thing is that I've been able to do this week is to give a little contribution to bring up Bobby's Asmo. You guys did it for me 2 weeks ago. I don't know how the hell we raised 420.
I think you mean emoji, Keith, right? When you say Ajima, you mean emoji,
yeah,
right?
Emoji. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't worry.
I call Olu Alu, and it's like, when I go upstairs and I see the kids that are in terminally ill cancer positions in their teens, and they've never had a shot at life, and you watch these guys argue about 40 or 50 or $60 million. I'm like, man, you need to humble yourselves and come down and visit me and let me take you out for a day and show you what its real world is like. I don't care if you're the Batman or the suit. I brought up wearing Superman t-shirts when we get off to practice. And Bobby, we're going to put you in a ballet class so you can lose some weight. Anyway, but I had the opportunity to sit with this boy yesterday for about 45 minutes. And the question you always bring up when you're a father or what have you is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he may not have an opportunity for that because, he's in stage 4 cancer. He's already lost all his hair. But he's inspired by something. And what does that inspiration come from? I get my inspiration from coming on here and listening to this rhetoric. I don't know. That was the question. I did go to a group out in Palm Beach this morning, and I brought up what happens when you don't know. You don't know where your next bank account deposit is going to come from. You don't know what's going to go on. And I listened to a guy who's got more money than can give everybody here $1 billion. And he just says, you know what? We got today. And I learned something from that this morning. It's important that I remember where I came from. Each and every one of you know where you came from, your upbringing and all that stuff. I had the pleasure of my dad being able to give me season tickets for the Mets and at Shea and for the Jets. And I go back to the Broadway, you know, I go back a long time to the 70s.
Yeah, Keith.
We didn't sing that back in the day. We didn't have firemen. I told you the other day when I sent you the picture of the steak I made from the lady that gave me some steaks from chemo. I said, oh, Bobby needs to get exercising himself so he can stand up next to Fireman Ed. Bobby, you're listening to me? And thank you for cleaning your room, Bobby. You're the best. I know my last name is Best. And
I'm not sleeping. I want to apologize to Jake for that word I used.
Stop texting Sarah.
I'm not texting Sarah. Just let me
You
talk
get
to
all
Jake.
defensive, and that's not.
I'm not. I haven't texted Sarah, so I apologize to Jake. That's all.
You don't need to apologize. Just
I said a bad word on Jake's show. I wanted to apologize because of that stupid Hector guy. He threatened my life and he got me mad. So I apologize, Jake.
But you got to stop getting mad because when you get mad, you want to get even.
You don't know what happened. Hector threatened my life.
Nobody knows what happened.
You didn't see Hector. You didn't see what Hector wrote.
I saw.
Well, he got a big mouth. He won't show his face.
Yeah, but the secret to that is don't react.
Well, Hector drives me nuts. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
The secret to that is don't react.
Well, just unplug him.
I want to fly you down here, and I want you to do what I do in the mornings and tell me how you did. And that's not being a comparison or a sideline. This isn't about being on the Jake Asman show or what have you. This is about life 101. I want you to go in and stand in front of a kid that has no shot at life.
Oh, I would love to talk to kids.
Well, you have to come down for the December game.
Yeah,
and I will have your name cleared where you can come up to West Palm here from Miami, and I will bring you through, and you will be uplifted.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to see kids that you're going to see kids that you could think in the back of your head have no shot at life.
I know. I feel bad for them.
No. But there's got to be an inspiration level within you that inspires you to do that.
I know. My mother was a nurse at a children's hospital, and they were very sick kids too.
Yeah, my mom died at Sloan Kettering's in New York. So,
no, this was up in New Hampshire. My mother worked in the
Lake Winnipesaukee. I used to
have Keene, New Hampshire. Not Lake Winnipesaukee. No.
But the object of why I get on here every day is to inspire myself and to push that off to the kids that don't have nothing.
I understand.
Nothing. I'm talking about their parents are broke by the chemo treatments.
Yes.
Okay, my bill's $70,000 a month. Can I send that to you?
Bobby's the right guy to send it to with the way his channel's popping off.
Yeah, I don't have $70,000. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's every month. This round of chemo I've been doing for 13 months.
I don't have that much money. I'm not rich.
It's not about. It's not. It's you know what? And Nick, I apologize that I jumped in on your show here. But here's the deal, Bobby. It's not about the money you have. It's about
the chairs you sit in.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe that chair, you probably put it on bid on eBay and get $50,000 for it.
Bobby's bringing the chair. He's bringing the chair to the opener. A great call, Keith. Great to hear you doing well. Bobby's bringing that chair to the opener, and he's going to charge $5 a pop for people to sit in it, and he's going to make bank that night.
I got a business idea for Bob. You know how there's people on the internet who sell things, whether it's worn or things like that. Bobby sits in the chair and sells the chairs that he sat in to fans. You get a Bobby chair that he sat in. Who wouldn't want one of those?
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
Collector's item.
All right, let's get through 2 more calls. The show's already been long enough. Kyle and then Norm, wrap us up. What's up, Kyle?
Let me tell you something. As usual, Keith is the keeper of perspective.
Yep.
And let me tell you, that chair must be wildly uncomfortable because that was quite a hill for him to die on. And then Sarah jumped in, and he was all about it. I don't know why that was
there
the hill
too.
to die
God
on.
bless him. He's
still there.
He's
still in the
sitting
chair.
here. Yep.
2 things. I kind of gripes. I'm getting a little antsy as we inch up to camp. Maybe I'm like JJ and I'm looking for a big splash. It's time to extend Michael Carter and Conklin. It's time to get in front of them, try and stretch out their deals, clear up some cap space for this year. And if we're all in, it's time to look at Justin Simmons. It's time to look in the trade market in the first quarter of the season to bring in a Davante or Cortland Sutton. I'm not accustomed because like Bonesy, I'm a huge Joe D fan. I'm not accustomed to him being so seemingly inactive. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I think it's time for us to kind of start moving the ball a little bit.
Well, Carter to me would be a no-brainer because of his age. Conklin, it sounds like they'll let him play out the last year of his deal. It sounds like they have no extension talks going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they want to keep a couple of some flexibility with a bunch of 1-year deals remaining, but he's still relatively young. To stretch him out by another year or two would not, to me, not be a big deal. That's all I had.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea either, Kyle, because it would save you some cap. Doesn't sound like they want to do that, though. But I do think Tyler Conklin's going to have a big year, Nick.
Yeah, I think that, again, pipeline. They're hoping Ruckert develops this year with Rodgers and gets into that
Correct.
level where you have a young guy with a cheap contract moving into a starter position instead of having to extend a guy and get that big money on the books for longer. In terms of Carter, I'm 100% on Carter. I think it's easier to replace the outside than it is the inside with what Carter does. And I know people keep mentioning Justin Simmons. This scheme doesn't give big money to safeties. If everyone up front and on the outside does their job, it makes the safety's job easier. They're not asked to be the big playmakers in this. They're not asked to be the centerpiece of the defense. Some schemes do. This one isn't that. So I think everyone who wants the big name safety is going to be disappointed. But when you look at what the Jets asked their safeties to do, we do them. You know, Whitehead was in a position to make a lot of plays last year, but he just dropped his head and didn't know how to wrap when he tackled, so he missed a lot. Chuck Clark does not miss tackles. Chuck Clark will finish and wrap up those plays.
Agreed.
So he'll do what they need him to do.
100% agree. Dan says, can we donate to get the kids custom jerseys that say F cancer in the back since we can't get their names? It's a good idea, Dan. I don't know what the next step where something like that would be. I'll try and find out some info from Keith off air. Now we can help some of the kids that he was talking about during his call. Appreciate the super chat, Dan. All right, let's end with one last call here. This guy's on the line, one of our longtime listeners, a part of our Patreon Discord community. Norm is up next. Norm, you're closing us out today. What's up, Norm?
Hey, man, what is happening? Jake and Nick, great show. I laughed my butt off all show long. Thank you so much for this Saturday. I needed a show because, as you know, Jake, I'm in Houston. We just went through a Category 1 hurricane.
Yep.
My house got a little tore up, which is fine. Nobody's hurt. So thank you guys for a great show. But my call for 2 reasons here. Number one, Nick and Jake, when do you feel like, you got to cover this, but when do you feel like the Haason Reddick deal will actually blow up in JD's face? At what point in the season, at what date do you say, okay, if he doesn't play, doesn't report, doesn't do this and do that, will it blow up in JD's face? And then the second part really is to come on and plead to James for those tickets to call me back. I've DM'd you. Jake put you out. Jake put me out again and said, hey, this guy's looking for tickets. James, do me a favor. Okay, I got to go to the game with my wife that wasn't intended, so I need 2 more tickets. James is doing through a hurricane category 1. Give me the tickets. James, I'm willing to pay the money. Give me the tickets. James, I can't wait to meet Bonesy. Can't wait to meet King Lowski. Can't wait to see Jake again, my homeboy who's used to be down here in Houston. Give me the tickets, bro. So anyways, Jake, love your show, man. You know you do the thing. I will donate 10 memberships if I can get James on the line today to get those tickets done. Got my word on it.
I love it. No, I appreciate you. So for those who don't know, James is a listener in our Discord. He bought tickets to the Texans game, the group buy. He can't go. So he wrote in the chat, he's looking to sell them. Norm was the first to respond. He wants the tickets. So James Bialco, if you're out there, sell your tickets to Norm. He's ready to buy them off your hands right away. As far as his first question, what was his first question again? I don't even remember what it was. Oh, Haason Reddick.
Would it blow up in JD's face? When does it blow up?
If he's not there for the opener, because I don't see any scenario that happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, you want to say if he's not there by August 17th, and you wonder, is he going to be in the best shape? Be ready to go for week 1? I get that. But, like, this to me is not something that could really blow up in his face unless he doesn't play, because he's going to play. Like, I just don't see any scenario where he's not playing, you know, Nick?
Yeah, and not that I want to manifest this or speak it into existence, but I think people sometimes make too much out of the opener. Like, he's an edge rusher. He doesn't have to get the timing down with the quarterback, you know what I mean, or get the cohesion with an offensive line, would have to. He's going to show up in shape, ready to go. One of my takes is these preseason games with these starters not playing at all. Is anyone really in game shape come week 1? Because they're not getting the 2-a-days anymore in August. They're not playing a quarter or 2 of every preseason game anymore. You know, even last year we did 1 drive with the offense and they were done, right, with the Giant game. So these guys are not fully in game shape come week 1. These first couple games of the regular season are now like the preseason ramp you up type of games. So I'm not stressing it yet. But, you know, we'll hear the stories coming out, and that will add to that level. But I fully expect him to be there before the opener. I fully expect him to be ready to go. And I expect him to be what he is. He's going to be a closer on this defense.
Well said. Nick, one more time, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, you found me Proud NYJ Fan on Twitter and on YouTube. Sunday nights, I host Sunday Shenanigans at 9 p.m. with T.O., Uncle VR. Wednesday nights at 9, I'm going to have an interview show coming out, which I'd love to have you on at some point. It's going to be called First Class Flights with Nick Shine. And Thursday nights at 10, after Green Bean's done, I go on with the Throwdown after their Thursday show. I know he's been on a little hiatus, but if you're still looking for more Jet content after his show ends, come on over and see me.
I love it. I love it. Nick, you're the man. Thanks for coming on. This was great. We'll definitely do it again soon, I'm sure. Appreciate everyone who tuned in today. 74 new members added. Great super chats, great calls, of course. Shout out to everyone who makes this channel what it is. We're another day closer to Jets reporting the training camp on July 23rd. So, folks, it's 10 days away. In fact, I saw today, 1 month from right now is the Jets' first actual preseason game. So we're going to get there, folks. We will get there, as we always do. Nick, thanks again, my friend.
Slow and steady. Let's enjoy this season. It's going to be awesome.
Let's go. He's Nick Shine. My name is Jake Asman. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Please hit the like button on your way out of here. Enjoy your Saturday. Be on the lookout for a potential Sunday show at some point tomorrow. And I'll talk to you guys soon. JETS, 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 Jets.
There he is. Alan's right there. Alan.
Hey, Bobby.
How you doing? You okay?
I'm all right.
Strep throat is bad for you.
I'm on my deathbed.
Is this the real Alan?
Yeah, Bobby.
Okay, where you live now?
Well, I'm moving to Dallas with my wife.
Why are you moving to Dallas for?
Work.
Whose work?
My wife.
What does she do?
None of your business.
Wrong. I know Alan told me yesterday what she does. Piece of shit on him. That's not Alan. Addison, that was not Alan. Trust me.
I think it was.
No, it was not.
You should let Alan back in.
No, I don't want that crappy. No way. No, I don't want to talk to him. I'm sick of talking to him.
The voice sounded a little familiar.
So what are you sticking up for him for? Jake Quest.
What's up, Jake Quest?
Hey, boys.
Jake Quest, what are you doing?
I'm on the toilet, Bob.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Let him stay, Bobby.
No, fuck that. What do you do for a living?
I work with the railroad.
Oh, you a lying piece of crap. Hold on. That's not Jake Quest. Is this Gator?
It is me, Bobby. I'm Gator McCluskey.
Gator.
That ain't Gator. This is the piece of shit that went on 3 times.
Yeah, see, even Jake Asman says that sounded like Gator. He talks to Gator all the time.
Yeah, that's not Gator. Okay. Hello?
Hey, Bobby. It's me, Dano.
No, it's not.
That's Dano.
That ain't Dano.
What's up, Addison? How are you? I'm just chilling, man, watching the Bobby show.
Why you have to be such a dumbass? Why can't you show your damn face for?
My camera broke, and I'm ugly.
Yeah, because you're too fucking ugly, probably. You have you don't have any balls, you know? You call in, and you don't have any balls. I want to know who you are.
That's not nice.
I'll be quiet. Who are you?
I'm Dano, and I'm ugly.
Yeah, that ain't Dano. This is not the real Gator.
Shoot him.
That's not the real Gator.
Hey, Bobby, it's me, Gator.
You know what? You're a.
Did you watch my show?
You're a son of a bitch. Why are you laughing for?
Oh, I dropped something.
Oh, this guy has no balls in his junk. Pussy. Probably stupid as fuck. This guy's driving me up the wall. Yeah, please crack the case for me because I'm going bananas. If I ever find his IPS address, he's in goddamn trouble.
Hey, Bobby.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Mr. Bonesy.
Jake, is that you?
What's up, Bobby? How we doing? I heard there was someone being fake Jake, and I wanted to prove that there's only one Jake.
I told you that was a Jake. Somebody, you gotta go back, okay, Jake, and tell me who that voice was.
Didn't Gator call in too?
Oh, that wasn't Gator either.
Oh, okay. Hey, Bobby, you should take Gator's comment off the screen. It's been there for an hour.
I know. I had to pee. I can tell you right now, it's not Mike D's nuts.
Hey, Mike D's nuts.
No, it's me, bro. What's going on?
Oh, it is you? Okay, I'm sorry. I just got so many prank calls today. It's pathetic. One big dickhead kept calling in. He shoved that keyboard right up his ass. That's what I think. He's a chicken shit, and I hate people like that. I tell it as it is, guys. I'm a little Irish man from New York, and when I get pissed, I get pissed.
What's up, fellas?
Come on. What are you doing?
You're in trouble now, Jake.
Hi, Mr. Bones. How you feeling today? How's the little kids doing?
I can't concentrate. Jake.
Been a pimple on my ass all morning so far.
He's playing extra fart sounds, so we gotta.
You talk to Alan, but you can't talk to me. Oh, thank you. Stop that freaking noise. Stop. Stop farting. Stop with that farts.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat, got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. My takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him. He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop ours. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Lowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.